My children's arms around me. Where are they?
I think what we need to do is call Dr. Michaels and get her input. I know you want to get better.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Where have you taken my children? See how you feel. See if every decision that you make in your life at that moment is perfect.
I know exactly what it feels like. Because I have lost you. And I have tried everything that I possibly could think of to get you to come back to me.
I messed up. I know that. But don't I get a chance to make a few mistakes? I'm telling you, Holden, I am better now. You have my word.
At this point, your word doesn't mean what it used to. You need help.
I need my children. And they need me. What do you think you're doing? You think you're helping them by kicking their mother?
Where'd you bike? Honestly? Yes. You wouldn't lie to your favorite cousin, would you?
Oh, of course not. I, came by to see how you're doing.
Really? That's it? Just to see how I'm doing. Well, let's see. Where shall I begin? Still living in a hotel without my children, no man in my life. But you know what? It makes things less complicated. You know, no friends to take up my spare time or ask demands. And, you know, enough about me. What about you? How the heck is your life going? It must be busy, right? I mean, the kids, the husband, everything like that.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry that I've been out of touch lately. Believe it or not, I'm designing again.
It's great you always find time for the important things.
I've only been at it a couple of weeks now, but I pick up a pencil. It's like my hands have a mind of their own.
Working for anyone I know?
No, I'm gonna launch my own company.
That takes a lot of money. How are you gonna swing that?
I have a backer.
Let me guess. Rosanna to the rescue.
Something like that, yeah. Out of the blue, she handed me a blank check.
You know, I remember once upon a time, Carl, you would have checked a gift like that to make sure there was no strings attached, no ulterior motives involved. You know, it's really quite amazing the warmth that's happened between the two of you.
It is. It's amazing what little forgiveness and time can do.
I bet she's called you every day since she's been gone. Make sure you're spending her money wisely, just calling to see what Craig's been up to.
No, the opposite, actually. She was devastated after Cabot. I'm sure I don't need to tell you what it feels like to have to give up a child.
No, you don't.
Must have killed her. And not just that she had to give him up, but that she was lied to. Sometimes it's very hard to know who to trust.
Did you come by to discuss anything in particular, Carly? Because you and I both know you just came by to get something out of me, so you might as well tell me what it is.
I can't just pop in and see what my cuz is up to.
Sure you could. You just don't. You don't care what I'm up to, Carly. You just came by to get something out of me.
No.
Yes.
True.
Craig called me, Carly, and warned me that you would be popping in.
Well, that figures. So then what are we doing sitting here doing this little song and dance then, if you knew why I came?
Because I thought that you needed to get a taste of what it feels like to be jerked around and used by somebody you thought you could trust.
Molly, that's not fair.
Craig told you that I had information about Paul, right? So you speed on over here to good old cousin Molly because, yeah, you can always count on her. You can always trust her to tell the truth.
Always. And that's never going to change, and you know that.
Some things never change. Like Craig. Craig never changes. He's a liar, okay? And he'll say whatever he has to cover his sorry butt.
So what, you telling me that you don't know anything about Paul or Cabot's adoption, then?
I don't know anything because there's nothing to know. So you go to Craig and you go to Paul and you tell them to leave me out of their games. And you know what, cuz? You can leave me out of your games, too. Just go. I'm sick and tired of being used. Get out.
Molly.
Go. I don't want to look at your face. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to see you. Just go. Get out. Leave. Leave.
Hey!
Thanks the boatload, Craig.
What is that for?
I did talk to Molly, and she said she didn't know anything about Paul.
She's lying.
So not only do I look like a big fat moron, but she will never trust me again as long as I live.
Who cares? If she didn't tell you what she knows about Paul Ryan, it's only because she's afraid to implicate herself.
And you're afraid to admit that you screwed up, and it's your fault. You lost your wife, you lost your son, and now you're losing your mind. You can't even control your own life, Craig, so stop trying to control mine.
Carly, I am a pilot. The storm wasn't supposed to hit for another few days. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but could you recommend a hotel in the area?
Oh, just check the phone book. I'm sure you'll find a motel in Williamstown with a vacancy for the evening.
Thanks. You better let Jack know.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy. But he can't blame us for the weather, can he?
Looks like we're stranded. I'm sorry, I know this isn't what you counted on.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it's kind of like an adventure, right?
Jack, what'd you find out about Rosanna?
A couple of witnesses saw her leaving the country in the company of this man. This is a photograph of Degrassi, the guy who sent the telegram. He was ID'd by various airport officials. The guy has a police record, Craig, in the U.S. and other countries. That's bad news.
Now, you think this might be a kidnapping?
Now, honestly, I don't know. Seems to me if it were a kidnapping, you would have gotten a ransom demand. But I'm not going to rule it out. I'm going to need you to fill out a missing persons report if we're going to bring in overseas authorities.
Careful, it's hot.
I don't think T's gonna take care of this.
Let's just give it a try, okay?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
How's your vision now?
It's normal, but a minute ago, I couldn't see anything at all.
You couldn't see anything? No light, no shapes, nothing?
I saw light and shapes, but it was like I had put on someone else's very strong prescription. I don't understand this. I just had my eyes examined not long ago. I mean, wouldn't they have found something if there was something wrong?
But let's just take this one step at a time, okay? Now, I'm assuming that since you just saw your ophthalmologist, that these episodes are of a new development, correct?
I wear reading glasses. That's normal. I got a new prescription. But then all of a sudden I started missing things. I couldn't see a pattern in a piece of fabric. I didn't see a rack of clothes. I knocked the whole thing over. I didn't even know it was there. I don't understand why this is happening to me, Doctor.
When things get blurry, do you experience any dizziness?
I was very dizzy just now. Does that mean it's progressing?
No, not necessarily. I mean, there are any number of reasons you could be having these symptoms. It could be stress, allergies, blood pressure, irregularities. You are going to need a complete workup, Barbara, okay? But in the meantime, you should not be driving.
You're absolutely right. It's quite dangerous, isn't it?
Yes. Now, I'm going to take you over to Memorial myself, all right?
No. I'm not going to Memorial. Absolutely not. No one can know about this. No one.
Rosanna was in regular contact with Paul until a few days ago.
And what does that mean?
That means we talked on the phone every day.
Did you get proof, Jack? Did you pull the records?
Rosanna told Paul she was in St. Bart's. I've spoken to the hotel manager. She was there.
But she disappeared.
She checked out of the hotel with no notice. And it seems $1 million was withdrawn from an offshore account on that same day.
Then she was kidnapped.
No, not necessarily, honey. Your sister's been known to move a large sum of money in the past. Maybe she was buying property or investing in art, bolstering Cabot Motors even.
Then why would she stop calling Paul?
Maybe she finally realized he wasn't her friend after all.
So what about the telegram?
She didn't send it.
Then who did?
A man by the name of Degrassi. They apparently knew each other. Rosanna was seen in his company leaving the country. The authorities faxed me a security photo showing the two of them together at the airport.